Those are the introductory comments. But if you turn the pages of the book, there are thousands of unnamed people who have defined the character of Howard University. They have been and continue to be committed to that which is best in our society. A sense of commitment, a sense of the importance of the greater good, and a concern for humanity is critically important in the identity of Howard University. But that's not all that there is. What I want to do is just take a moment to show you that there's a connection between the Howard that I've described and these larger-than-life figures and the students that are enrolled at our university today. Is Kieran Davis here today? Kieran Davis. Okay, she's standing over there. A round of applause for Kieran Davis. She's a student. Look at her over there, over at Howard University. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kieran. She's from New York City. She's already well known because of her award-winning documentary, A Girl Like Me, where she replicated the doll test originally conducted by Dr. Kenneth Clark in the 1940s. As you know, the doll test is an experiment in which children between the ages of 3 and 7 were shown black and white dolls and asked which they preferred. The doll test was used as evidence for the desegregation in the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education case, argued by Howard's own Thurgood Marshall. Kieran's documentary, which she directed at age 16, has received national notoriety. Ebony magazine has dubbed her as one of the 150 most influential blacks in America, and as one of the 25 most influential in 2007 issue of Essence magazine. She's appeared on Oprah Winfrey and a number of nationally televised broadcasts. This is a young lady who is a student at Howard now, but she is a young lady that will be a world difference maker in the future. That's Kieran. Andre Jeffries. He's a senior majoring in finance from Trinidad and Tobago. Is Andre here? Stand up, Andre. Where are you? You see him? The vision's not like it used to be, but... So tell you a little bit about Andre. He senior majoring in finance. He's an honor student. He serves in many extracurricular activities. He is active in his community. He is active and in support of what's going on in his homeland of Trinidad and Tobago. He came to here because he believes that Howard can help him make a difference and help change the world. Andre Jeffers. And finally, let's say a round of applause for Andre. Tisha Duncan. Is Tisha here? All right. There. Let's give Tisha a round of applause. She's a musical theater major. She's a senior this year, and she's a cast member in Howard's play production, The Bluest Eye. She was a 2008 summer participant in the College of Arts and Sciences Study Abroad program, studied in Egypt, and studied musical theater at the Institute in Switzerland. She will be one that redefines musical theater for America and gives a view, an Afrocentric view of musical theater for the world. And she started right here at Howard University. I guess the point is that the legacy continues. It's not just a legacy of the past. And part of our responsibility is to assure that this is fertile ground for that legacy to grow. Those of you who were raised around farms, any people around here raised around farms? Raise your hand. You know something about farms. Well, you do. I spent 13 years, my wife and I, in rural Ohio. A lot of farms in rural Ohio. And one of the things you learn if you're around farms is that you first have to prepare the soil. Soil's not prepared, nothing's going to happen. You have to till it, you have to fertilize it, you have to prepare it, and then you plant the seeds. If Howard is to be what Howard has been in the past, we must make sure that the soil is tilled and prepared, and the young people I've shared with you today, Kieran and her colleagues, are the ones that are going to make that happen. We also are going to talk in a few moments about another child of Howard who has exemplified all the best that one might expect from a student athlete and a Howard graduate. But I will save that, and that's David Oliver that I mentioned, but we have a special recognition for him a little bit later. But Andre, Tisha, and Kieran, we thank you. Now, all of that leads me to how a rich history must operate to create a vibrant, productive future. Because Howard today has to rest on the realities that we face in the higher education environment, the fiscal constraints we face as an institution, and the competitive nature of all that we do. We can't just say because we were that we will be. We must develop academic programs. We must utilize our resources. We must have systems of reward and accountability that assure excellence in everything that we do. History is good, but history is only a foundation. We face many challenges here. I want to mention those for a moment and talk about where, on a preliminary basis, I'd like to see us go. First of all, those of you who live here, figuratively, as a faculty member, as a student, or as a trustee, know that we have a desperate need for new, renovated facilities. Got to have them. If my little people over here are going to have a chance to come to a Howard of the future, we need some new facilities. Okay? If the faculty are going to do the research that they need to do in the area of AIDS and atmospheric sciences and nanotechnology and in the performing arts, create the theater and music that we need new facilities. So facilities are on the top of the list. See, the faculty standing on that one. It's hard to get faculty to stand. Mr. Chairman, that's a feat right there. I should get some points for that. Get the faculty to stand. Second thing we need to develop a customer service orientation. Now, we got a lot of standing on that one. Yeah. We are all customers and all, providers of services in this academic community. I mean, all of us. And so we must make sure that just as if we go to a major department, we go to Nordstrom and we want certain kind of service because we're investing in there, we're buying things there, we want to make sure that we have the service here in the classroom, for our faculty, for our facilities, to the public, to our alumni, to our friends. We need to provide them service. We need to show them that Howard is not only a distinguished academic institution because of reputation, but because how we comport ourselves, the way we treat people, and the way that we give back to our communities. We need to provide service. We need more financial aid assistance for our students. I don't have to say any more about that one. That's just now, in an environment of constrained resources, let me say, in an environment of constrained resources, it's a zero-sum game. If we move money here, we can't put it there. We understand that. We must be fiscally responsible, but we have to go out to our alums and to our friends and to foundations and ask for unrestricted funds to give scholarships to our students. All of our students. Need-based scholarships for academic achievement, but we need to say that any student who is academically prepared to come to Howard will have an opportunity. We have to do that. It's a must. We need equipment and technology for an ever-changing world. The faculty can't do their jobs if they don't have the laboratory equipment, the tools, the software, the hardware, the peripherals to do the work that they need to do. We need technology. The students can't be prepared to be competitive in the year 2008 when they leave here if they don't get prepared on the best equipment. We need the technology, and we need to find the resources. Okay, we need to redirect resources, we need to reallocate resources, we need to find new resources, but we must make sure that we have the infrastructure for the best teaching and learning and research. We need to balance